Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I make videos for anyone who's looking to try and improve their chess in the club rating level, beginner level, any level really. I'm just documenting my chess journey, explaining what I'm learning. So if that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing, as would be greatly appreciated. I believe we're at 51 subscribers. Was quite a great achievement. My goal was 50, so I'm very grateful for it and very thankful for all and each of one of you who have subscribed. Now in today's video, I'll be continuing the series of the Caro-Kann theory. I have been showing in recent videos lines with the Bronstein-Larsen attack, and now today we'll be looking at the Tartakower variation. What I actually think is I think it's maybe a bit more popular in the modern day. I mean, at my level, I've definitely seen it a lot more. So yeah, hopefully this video will interest you. So after knight f6 is played, takes, and now we play ef6. Now, this is the Tartakower variation. As you see, we take these doubled pawns. White has a 4-3 majority on the queen side, which means white can make a passed pawn. Black has a 4-3 on the king side, but cannot really make a passed pawn. So what does black get in return for this? He gets rapid development, pieces of nice squares, and yeah, black can also normally create counterplay with this f pawn. But white here, if white plays on the queen side, it's almost like white playing a pawn up. If white can play kind of on the queen side and this pawn's not really in the game, but black would try and stop that. Black has plans to go c5, but we'll have to make sure that the d5 square is under great defense. Lots of pieces occupying the d5 square. And yeah, so today there's a couple options. The main line is c3, but today we'll be looking at bishop c4, what's the second most popular. Now black has a couple options here. The line we'll be looking at today is bishop d6. We'll be looking at a game as well. But quickly, black has some lines. So queen e7's a line. After the trick is to kind of just go here. But after this is not that good. After queen e2, bishop e6. After bishop e6, bishop b3 is played. a5. Bishop f4 here. Takes, and castles. This is quite strong. White will go d5. This is quite strong for white. If you do actually get this as the white pieces, if you do play e4, you could actually get this as the white pieces, and it's quite pleasant actually. You just want to try play d5. So that's a line. There's other lines very quickly with queen d6, but it's kind of just to go here. White can easily continue c3, bishop e6, bishop b3. That's fine for white. And then another option, what you actually may play yourself, what I definitely encourage you to do further research into, is knight d7. Oh, sorry, after bishop c4 is knight d7. I'll show you a quick game between Karpov. I'll show the first couple moves. Karpov and Korchnoi. Knight e2 was played. Bishop d6. I'll just show you how they kind of develop the pieces. Castles, bishop f4, knight b6, bishop d3, bishop e6. Kind of look, black's controlling this square. Very crucial square because white can maybe make a passed pawn if he pushes all these pawns. So after bishop e6, I believe c3 was played. After c3, knight d5. That's a very common maneuver to go knight b6 and go knight d5 in this variation for black. Takes, queen d2, and this. And the game, I believe, was actually won by black. So if you want to, you can look into that line as well. Now, I believe it was won, or was it a draw? Sorry, it was actually drawn. It was drawn. It wasn't won. So knight d7's a move, but today we'll be looking at bishop d6. Bishop d6 is the most popular move, and our queen e2 is the most popular. I want to say, if white can exchange, a very common strategic plan for white is to exchange the pieces and try playing an endgame, because this pawn, because of the double pawns, obviously, that's kind of like a basic strategy, but it's a strategy implied in this. However, it's actually quite hard to win this endgame for white if all the pieces are exchanged with this. And especially probably at, say, you're in the club rating level, you're not that good at endgames. I'm not that good at endgames. In fact, I'm pretty horrible. I would have a trouble just winning the endgame purely just because black has doubled pawns. But even at the grandmaster level, it's not really always enough. So after bishop d6, queen e2, the main move. White wants to exchange queens. Queen d7 is the main move, and now queen e7 takes, king e7, knight e2. And now our king's in the game. We're not castling. It's almost an endgame. I mean, the queens are off, so the king's a bit safer when it's near the middle of the board. Now, bishop e6 is played, saying if takes, I can undouble my pawns. However, this game, I forgot to say, this game, the black pieces is Smyslov, a ex-world champion, I believe. Hopefully I'm getting that right. And between Matulović with the white pieces. So Smyslov's with the black pieces, and Matulović is with the white pieces. So bishop e6 is played here. Matulović goes bishop d3, does not want to exchange. Now black here, Smyslov continues with knight d7. Bishop f4 is played. And now knight b6. We've seen this before. We want to defend this d5 square. And maybe in some lines in this variation go c5, but we need to make sure this is protected because I believe white can go d5 and have more space and have a deadly pass pawn. Takes was played, takes, and now b3. This is I know as you're trying to learn this is the black pieces. I have been doing this recently. I encourage you to also see this as white's move. So if you play e4, then this could actually help you. You see how white's going the correct plan here. b3 wants to make space because he's playing with a pawn up on this side. So if white can concentrate these pieces on this side, he's almost playing with a pawn up. So it's kind of a strategic idea that I believe you'd probably benefit from understanding. I know I have benefited already. Okay, king c7, getting the kings out of harm's way, and also we can bring this rook in now. c4 was played, expanding on the queen side. Rook d8, king d2 is played, and now rook e8, just getting the pieces in. So also we've got these double pawns, but our rooks are in the center very fast, and our pieces are developed. So it's rapid development, really. Now after rook e1 is played. Oh, sorry, my mouse. Rook e1 is played. And now knight c8. This knight can't really go anywhere. This e4 square is protected right now. And knight c8, we can maybe, move our knight somewhere else. Knight c8. Knight d7 is a bit... We don't have as many squares, so I think knight c8 was... maybe a bit better because we have got options to go d6 and e7. Knight c8 was played by Smyslov, and now king b3. I don't. Excuse me if I'm butchering his name. I'll just say it. White here is trying to. He was a great player, by the way. I believe he was a grandmaster as well. I think a Yugoslavian grandmaster. So he goes king c3 here. b6 is played, and now knight f4. I want to say b6. I believe it's to maybe prepare c5, and now it is actually, and also giving this king another square to go to, and now knight f4. Now Smyslov here continues knight g6 because black is kind of threatening white's. This may be annoying. If the knight comes in here. So Smyslov just doesn't want the knight to come to h5. And also if takes, this is fine for black. Black would want his pawns undoubled. So g6 is played here. And now rook e3. White here is just doubling up his rooks. And now bishop b7. Bishop d7 is played. Rook he1. Takes and takes. So now white has control of this. And now here Smyslov goes king d6. This has an idea behind it. b4 is played, and now c5. Black wants to play c5 and maybe isolate this pawn. This pawn will be isolated. So as this is quite common in chess actually. if you're playing on the side of the board that has 3 and say this is 4, if you can, sorry, excuse me, if you can exchange pawns, then you can normally isolate one. For example, c5. Let's say takes. This is isolated now. It's a passed pawn, but it's maybe a bit weaker now. But anyway, c5 is played. DC. Sorry, let me go back to the game. dc5, bc5, and now bishop e2 is played. Bishop e2 is played. And now, after bishop e2, cb4, king b4, and now bishop f5. Bishop f5, I think it wasn't like the best of moves. White here just goes g4, bishop b1, and now c5. White is advancing, he's passed pawn. Now, black here goes king c7, bishop c4, and now black has a tricky idea, bishop a2. Now, if takes, we check and win this knight. So black takes his pawn, and now here white goes king c3. After king c3 is played, bishop c4, king c4, and now rook d2. Black's infiltrating here. This pawn's a bit weak, and yeah, these pawns are a bit weak. The structure's a bit kind of split apart. There's an isolated pawn here. This endgame is a bit better for white, but Smyslov's very good at endgames, so he manages to do quite a good job. Anyway, knight d5 is played, getting this knight in and coming a check. King c6 is played, and now knight b4. King d7, and now rook f3. A bit of a smart maneuver because if takes straight away after knight d5, say this, then black can take here. But by doing this, white here goes rook f3, so he doesn't allow this. And now white can maybe even go knight d5 again. But Smyslov doesn't allow white to just kind of run over him. So Smyslov here goes a5, sorry. Knight d5, and now check. King, knight c3, and now knight e7. Saying you can take this pawn, but Smyslov knows what he's doing. King b3 is played. Now rook c1. Maybe we can infiltrate through here. And now king b2 is played. Just using this. Doesn't want the knight to kind of be loose here. So king c3 is played. Sorry, king b2. And after king b2, rook g1 is played. Rook f6, rook g4, takes, and now king e6, rook h7, and now rook b4. So white's up a pawn here, but these pawns are both split, and it'll be extremely hard. This should be a drawn endgame, I believe. Yeah, this is a complete drawn endgame. I believe it's just too hard to win with this, with the knight and rook. I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert on endgames and I fully understand this, but yeah, this should not be enough. Only one pawn up, and as from my understanding, these are both split. This pawn's weak. So yeah. Okay, king a5 is played. Sorry, king a3. Sorry, king a3. Rook c4, and now knight a4. And after knight a4, the game is the players agreed to a draw. And so yeah, I thought I'd show this game. I didn't want to show a game where black just won, because a lot of the games I've been showing where black wins, it's normally because white kind of makes a silly mistake. But this was more of a game that you can learn from black and as white. I was trying to teach you about a bit of the strategy anyway. I found it quite useful learning about this opening. I actually learned a lot about the strategy of chess, even though I was trying to learn opening. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If it did have any value if it did add any value to your chess, I would really appreciate if you could give the video a thumbs up. Be very grateful for that, and it would really help the channel grow. I'll just show the thingy one more time as I'm talking. And yeah, some of my videos have been getting quite good views actually. What's really great to see, because more people can see these videos. And let me know in the comments what you think of the videos. Are they helping you? If you've got any video suggestions, please let me know. I'll respond to all the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate your time and attention, and have a good rest of your day.